rent. The only person that had a house was my father, and I had one small car that I was driving. I said, I don't want to teach. Yes, I like teaching. It's in my blood. I can teach very well, but I need something. I want to do. I want to just be different. Okay, that's why I didn't study education in school. I studied economics and statistics. So I needed something better. So what did I do? I went out searching for a job. I went to different states looking for a job. And then finally, I got a banking job. This was me when I got my banking job. Okay, you can see me very young and innocent. That was my first picture in the bank. And then the banking job was not just a banking job. It was like a breakthrough for me because my salary moved. As a graduate, when you join the job, the banking sector as a graduate, your salary was big then. I don't know how it is now. Okay, so my salary was big from 8,000 to something above 100,000. It was such a big deal for me. And not just that, the Ephesians in it. You see the car behind me, the Corolla. In 2007, when I joined the banking sector, the bank bought a lot of this Toyota Corolla. It was 2016 model, so it was like the best car then. So they gave us one in the marketing sector, and I would drive there. I would go with the driver then to the school where I taught before to go and intimidate them a little as a banker, and it was a big deal. So the banking a job was very, very exciting then. But around 2018, 2016, 17, 18, everything changed. See, the normal banking changed. The narrative changed. The new norm was target banking. You have to go out and look for the customer. It became a big deal. You'll be giving target. If you don't get the target, you will chase out of the bank. It was a big deal for all of us. And then the pressure started. Pressure was mounting. Everybody was scared. Everybody was afraid. A lot of people started developing high blood pressure. You cannot sleep. You get home, you roll over, roll over, roll over. You don't close on time. On Saturday, you are there looking for customer. On Sunday, everything like that. So the pressure was mounting and the salary was not commensurate. So it became an issue. For me, on my side, I was lucky. I think it should be grace. Okay, I was lucky and I had a lot of customers who were doing well and I was being promoted. I was promoted. I worked in the bank industry for about 13 years, promoted 6 times. So it was rapid. I was growing, but the pressure was mounting on me. It was very, very high. This was me in the banking sector. At this time, I was already heading my branch. Okay. So the pressure was very, very high on me, and I didn't know what to do. You can't just resign from that job. My salary was in circle of 500. I could not just resign from that job and say, well, no, it was not possible. But the thing is, the salary was there, but before the end of the month, I have exhausted the salary. A lot of persons were with me in the house where I rented. There was a particular day that my wife had to cook for about 12 persons. People from different places were coming. You're a banker, you have the money. So everybody was coming. Remember, I told the family I came from the background. So their salary, their annual salary is like my 1 month salary. So the pressure was high on me. Okay. As a banker, I was packaging. You can look at, if you see the screen, you see that that guy is looking well fed and looking healthy. I had to package very well just to suppress the pressure that I was in. Smiling, looking over in the church, everybody was happy, was looking at me that I was satisfied. Everybody thought I was on top of the world, but I was not. My wife knew I was done. The two of us were passing through that severe pressure. I needed to do something, but there was nothing I could do. I had some friends in Benin who were in the political arena and in the civil service, top civil servants who were ready to put me in the civil service. But I look at it, the salary, with bankers were not processing the salary. I look at the salary. How will I cope with this? Can I cope with this? How will I cope with this type of salary? There was nothing I didn't do. So the pressure started mounting. Don't talk about the illness that came, that followed it, started taking different drugs, funny drugs, seeing doctors. So the salary was going down. I was moving from one rent to another rent. Couldn't even raise money to buy a car for myself. Okay, I had to collect the car that my friend was using before. A Nigeria used car. That's what I was managing. I had to respray it. So it was all shiny. Honda Bulldog, then 2 doors. It was so shiny. I was just there living this first life. Okay. When you see me in the fine car to be the bank's car, I could not afford my own, could not build my own house. Yet everybody was gone. You see, this life of packaging, a lot of people package, they package a lot. And Okay, that was my life. Until one day in church, somebody just met me. My keyboardist met me then and said he has recommended me to something that he told me after I said, you recommended me to what? He said, submitted my number somewhere that they'll give me a call if I'm selected. I said, what? If I'm selected, who? Because in my world, I was a big boy. In my church, I'm a big boy. Okay, when you are a banker, you're a manager, you're a big boy everywhere. So I was a big boy. For him to tell me that if I was selected, they'll call me was, the thing put me off. I said, what do you mean if I was selected? They should say, no, 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 sir, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. If you are selected, they will call you, don't worry. So I waited until they called me. So I went there to check. When I saw the opportunity, a lot of things caught my attention. The most important part that caught my attention was this. This was just a revelation of who I was. Okay, so revelation, the presenter didn't know what he was doing, but when he got here, he really explained this place, and this thing kept ringing in my head. This, you see this young man running, God kept running in my brain, kept looking at what type of life, because this was exactly the life I was living. And I've lived that life for 13 years. No good car that could call my own, no house of my own. I was still in rent. The children were not attending type of school. I'm just packaging my life, packaging my life. Okay, look up. If you're a banker, you must look happy to everybody. Otherwise, customer will think your bank is going down. So you must look happy. You must wear a nice suit. You must do it. So this was my life, and this thing, what you are seeing on the screen now, was what cleared me off my foot. I just look at it. I said, this is the life I'm living. I need to do something about it. And that was all. I signed into the opportunity and I said, let us give it a try. The challenge I had majorly was time, because as a banker, you really didn't have time. Didn't have time. So I would steal some time. I would meet them at the office. The person who was my leader then was a young lady, had just one office, one small office, and one small hall. Okay, so when I get to the office, then there was no place to call. Especially when it got to the time that my friends started coming in, I needed to call them. They told me I had to book a call. I told them I was very busy. I said, sir, you just have to do it. That's how to do it. I said, okay. So what will I do? I'll go to the back of this. It's such a funny thing. The back step of that building where nobody was passing, I would just sit there with my suit and start making booking calls. I was making booking calls, and it was moving and moving, and that was it. Before you know it, the thing started making sense. Started making sense. It was a part-time thing for me. Started making sense, started making money. Remember, I was still a salary earner, so I wasn't really touching the money like that. And before you know it, in about a year, I became an MC in the organization. I was shocked. I was shocked. They told me, you are now an MC. I said, what's an MC? I said, Billionaire Circle. Check your DTC. When I checked, I saw the aggregate income. I said, wow, is this even possible? Now, listen, as a banker, we were exposed to money. Yes, we're exposed to money, but especially customers' money. But if you see 1 million naira in my account, it is either a staff loan that I just collected or someone's money. Okay, it was never my money. The bank never paid me 1 million. But when I saw more than 2 million in my account, I said, when am I paying? I said, no, it's your money, my own money. I'm not going to pay to anybody. No, I said, no, I think I'm interested. I think I need to go. So I went all in, and that was it. Attended all the trainings. I went to Enugu for training. I went to Abuja. I went to Lagos. Anywhere you mentioned training, I went. And at the time, it became obvious that the bank was distracting me. Yes, before the business also be distracting me from doing the banking job. And I discovered that if I continue with this banking job, I look at my future. But Tomba said something one of the training that if you want to see your future, you don't need to go to a GBA. Just check the person who have done what you are doing now for 10 years. That's your picture of your 10 years future. So I really look at it. Some of my friends who left the banking industry, how their life is. I look at them, I look at those who retired. I just like that. I said, no, this is not the future I'm looking for. When you leave the banking industry, you practically become useless. I said, no, I don't want. Now that I still have some life in me, let me do something reasonable with my life. And that was how I left, and I decided to concentrate on this business. And the rest is history. The person you are speaking, they are looking at today, speaking to you, is the new Mr. Ehis. Okay, from the banking sector to being an entrepreneur, and this is the new me. Okay, look at me very well. You see some of the little achievements I've achieved. I've not gotten to the top, but I'm a good executive prime member in the organization, a circle member, a monthly millionaire member, an unstoppable phenomenal leader. Okay, that is the story. That is the story. It's so touching to me because now I have my freedom. Now I may not have the time because I'm also the trainer to express everything about me, about my journey so far in the organization. But let me tell you that I got to a restaurant, I was able to buy myself a car and buy my wife a car, and also be able to move. I'm speaking to you from my home office. I'll be able to move to my own house in GROA in Benin City. And my children are in the school that I want them to attend, and everything is moving the way I want it. We hope for more, we hope for better days, but we are no longer where we're coming from. So I celebrate every one of you, and I want to encourage you today. I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that I learned in the course of doing this business. So the thing I know that prepare me, excuse me, okay, that brought me to where I am today. So that part of the things I'm going to be sharing with you. And then I've been able to coin it and christen it as succeeding with belief, succeeding with belief, succeeding with belief.